Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we began our first part of the mini side quests that we're going to be doing. In this episode, we're going to finish off the rest of the side quests for the rest of this cycle here. First and foremost, we're going to head to the bomb shop. So, after you save the lady who was carrying the bomb bags from that guy who was trying to steal from her, go in there, and then we can pick up the big bomb bag. And so, like, there is originally the other bomb bag that I could have picked up, but I actually want to start with just skipping ahead and getting the upgrade first. And we already have the blast mask anyway, but we're still gonna need some bombs because I mean, we gotta have that in our inventory anyway. And also, I gotta say, I really do love when the Super Game Brothers actually apprentice to like big bomb bag. It's so hilarious. Even I started doing that like ever since I watched it. I was going like a big bomb bag. Oh, I love it. So yeah, now we got the big bomb bag. Okay, I'll stop right there. So anyway, this here is the Swordsman's School, and this guy right here, man, take a look at that hair actually. He's supposed to be based off this one guy in the Haunted Wasteland that's right by the Gerudo Desert in Ocarina of Time, and he would sell the random items. Well, he has a counterpart here in Termina. Well, as a matter of fact, yeah, I'm not sure if I ever mentioned with the all the inhabitants of Termina are exactly like the ones in Ocarina of Time because it's supposed to be a parallel world of Hyrule, so of course like recycled models that we'll be seeing here and there. Anyway, so yeah, here at the Swordsman School, it's basically like it's probably one of the best places to actually just get yourself used to, or just learn how to do some combat training for the sword, or basically like a sword combat. If you want to do like the novice course, it basically teaches you how to do the sword combat. The expert course is actually what you want to do here for the heart piece we're gonna get. What the expert course entails is that he'll bring out those logs, and the same thing with all the other courses. And then you want to actually jump slash them, and you'll get the extra points. And you want to make sure you get a perfect score of 30 points for all the logs. And you want to make sure like you can't use the other slash technique, so you got to make sure you use the jump slash on those logs. And then doing all those, if you get a perfect score, then that's how you get a heart piece. So that's that one out of the way at least. And then next up, we're gonna head out to Termina Field over to these some secret areas. Well, not so much secret though. There's a couple of hidden grottos. Like you remember the ones that were in Ocarina of Time? Well, actually, there's other hidden grottos that were also in other Zelda games, like the previous ones as well. So I guess I was thinking too much of that there, but there's also some of the other grottos that you'll see around all over the place. Well, in some select places anyway. So we're going to go to the one that's down there, though, and the reason for that is because at least two of them have the ones where we get to kill some enemies, and then we get some heart pieces for those. And we see some other familiar enemies as well, and we're about to get these ones here. They're absolutely huge right now. These are the Dodongos, and so they play, of course, exactly like how they did in Ocarina of Time, where, you can actually either feed them a bomb, if, I'm pretty sure that's possible. We can also just go around and slash your tails. And honestly, though, like, I'm actually just going to go ahead and just use the jump slash because like previously, the jump slash has the highest attack power compared to the other sword slashes. So that's the kind of something you want to go for, especially since I only have that many hearts. And I already did a previous recording, and lo and behold, I actually died to those Dodongos because like maybe because of the small space here and like every time after you hit them in the tail, they'll actually just spin around, and that tail could actually hurt you. Like they basically swipe them. But then after you kill them, you want to make sure to steer clear from them before they explode. Then they'll pop out those purple rupees that grants 50 rupees. And yeah, you see here because of that closed space of how small it is, and yeah, you see you also get knockbacks as well. And yeah, I was doing pretty bad. Like, I didn't want to take any risks anymore because of having to do the jump slash, but well, you see here that actually just puts Link in a different position, so probably best to actually just go ahead and use regular slashes, which I eventually do. So I think I'm going to mention about, something about Talos Bio, so see, I actually really do like how it's more of like, it has more a bit of a personality compared to Navi, because Navi's bios are more generic and straightforward. She basically tells you the name, and then, she tells you how to defeat them. Talos case, though, like, she actually just, it's either more vague or just outright, like, just put it in her own words about the enemies. And also, a fun fact, if you actually analyze enemies that were in Ocarina of Time, she actually chastises Link for for apparently forgetting what his enemies were, like, even though he already should have known them right about now from his last adventure. And so, like, he goes like, "What? You don't even know about this and that there," and like, it's actually kind of funny though. I do remember that the 3DS version actually tones down her attitude though. Like, she's more like she's not as hostile about it. Like, she actually like whenever you analyze the Ocarina of Time enemies, and she simply just goes like, "All right, so you know about this enemy, right?" Yeah, something like that. A little more straightforward in a sense. So, but the original one, she gets more aggressive about it. It's or passive aggressive about those things. So it's actually kind of funny. That's actually one thing I love about Tattle. Like she starts off as an absolute bitch to Link, and of course, I mean later on she does mellow out to where she actually cares about him more. Like very much like Midna in Twilight Princess. Although, then again, though, like, Midna is absolutely the best Zelda companion of all time. Like, and I'm pretty sure everybody else agrees. And, I'm among those people, like Midna is just fucking awesome. I love Midna. And, I'll probably gush more about her for when I eventually do get to do a Let's Play of Twilight Princess, which will probably be years from now, and I still got other Zelda games I want to cover first. Alright, so the next hole that we're going to go to, there's, well, just 2 holes with the enemies, though, that we need to kill for those heart pieces. Oh, speaking of the 3DS version, I actually did never mention at all about the 3DS version. Well, maybe I did mention a few bits and pieces about it, but, like, didn't really go into full detail or what I think about it. So, yeah, to those of you who might not have known, in 2015, they released a Majora's Mask got a Nintendo 3DS re-release, and actually it was something that we've all been waiting for, though, like, ever since Ocarina of Time 3D. And then a lot of us were thinking, like, okay, now we're going to wait for Majora's Mask 3D, and, I mean, granted, I mean, it was to be expected, because I remember Asia Numa was mentioning stuff about like that, it had been on his mind for quite a while now. And so we kind of expected that much there, but once it got announced, then, we were all excited. I was excited, of course, because, it's, just being able to revisit my favorite game of all time on the 3DS and getting the remake treatment. Now, I will say though, like after playing the 3DS version, it's still a good remake overall, but there's a few changes that I particularly didn't really seem to enjoy very much. Like, well, don't get me wrong though, like there's a few quality of life changes, like some quality of life improvements I do want to go over, but there's also some changes that are a little more iffy, I would say. So before I go any further, this area is a P-Hat. Also another, well, yeah, one of those other enemies. Like, same one from Ocarina of Time, actually, where, the same way he killed him, and it's still just as gargantuan as ones as they are previously. And, I also gotta say, these things fucking terrified me back when I played Ocarina of Time as a kid. Because, like, you just go around Hyrule Field, and then you suddenly see this big, giant gargantuan thing, and just comes right after you. And then it'll just relentlessly chase you down there. Like, I don't know what it was with Hyrule Field. Hyrule Field is probably one of the most eerie and, like, I mean, it's not supposed to be, because it's supposed to be cheerful and colorful, especially the music. But something about it just really kind of reeks of a bit of a horror. And, like, where there's the P-Hats, and then at nighttime, then there was the Stealth Children that come out of the ground that's outside of the road. And then as Adult Link, then there's also those Poes that are on certain places of Hyrule Field. So yeah, Hyrule Field is actually still one of the scariest places in my opinion, even though it's supposed to be like adventurous and cheerful and all that. But nope. So yeah, the P-Hats here are actually pretty terrifying, especially compared to the 2D Zelda games. Oh, by the way, folks. So we see this guy right here. This one right here is called a Takuri. Be super extra careful with this asshole right here, because like what he'll do, he will actually steal your items. Like he'll steal your bottles and even your sword. So you really want to be careful. However, if he actually does steal your items, though, you actually could still go back over to the like there's this one place called the Curiosity Shop. That's over in the west side of Clock Town. And you can actually just buy back those items that the Takuri stole from you, because apparently that bird is actually in cahoots with the owner of the shop itself. So if you ever get those items stolen, you can always just go back to the shop and then buy them back there. So at least there's that kind of saving grace there. And also, if you actually manage to kill the Takuri, you'll be given some more rupees, which I think is worth 200 rupees, I think, as far as I remember correctly. I can't exactly remember, but yeah, either way, you'll be getting a shit ton of rupees from the Takuri itself. But overall, though, you really want to be careful, because that motherfucker is relentless. It will go right after your ass if it goes, like, if it spots you, and just so you know, since it's dead set on stealing your items. So you really want to be careful with this one. Anyways, here we are in Milk Road. One more thing that we're gonna do, like basically our last kind of thing to end the cycle is kind of the area beyond here. So, so yeah, to go back a bit on the 3DS version. So yeah, like I was saying, there's some changes they made that I didn't quite agree with. Like, well, to start with the good changes here. To start with, so the Bomber's Notebook, basically, instead of being given from the bombers themselves after entering the hideout after as a regular link, after the Happy Mask Salesman changes you back to or changes Link back to the regular Hylian form, and he tells you to go get Majora's Mask, he actually gives you the Bomber's Notebook afterwards, and it's actually a little more expanded upon with with a lot of details and all that. And the other thing, and another one of the great changes, well, that's actually a couple of good changes that they made, and also another one I'll mention. The owl statues. Well, there's the owl statues, and there's also the quill statues that you'll see around. Unlike the original, where they have the quick save feature, they actually become permanent saves. So that way, like if you really want to permanently save the game and then continue from where you're left off, then you don't have to worry about having to restart the cycle. You can actually just save the owl statues or the quill statues, and then it'll just pick it right back to where it left off. And I think the save function might still be there if you restart the cycle, but I don't know if they actually removed that because of that or something. Can't really remember. The next good change that they did here is that they altered the song a double time to where instead of having to skip ahead to the next night and next day, you can actually skip ahead to any point in time, even on the same day. So that way there, like for some certain side quests where it has you play the waiting game, you can actually just play the song a double time and go to any point in time where you get to that kind of event. So that definitely is a godsend, and so that way there you wouldn't have to wait anymore for some side quests, especially that one side quest that we'll get to in by the tail end of this Let's Play, or the game itself. But I'm actually real thankful that they did that. And one more thing they did was that they also moved the bank from the West Clock Town over to the South Clock Town, where it's actually located over to behind the clock tower. So it's actually more convenient in that way. And then on to the negative changes. I opened the way. You did not open the way. Yeah, this guy actually opens the way for like 2 days, and then on the third day he finally opens it up. Like, wow, that guy's dedicated. So the negative changes I wanted to go over is that so the one thing they did is that they changed the controls for another kind of mask. Well, I'll actually go over that one once we get to it. But the other one is also the bosses. Like, a couple of the bosses was a little lamer than before, but yeah, more on those when we get to the bosses. So anyway, so this here is Romani Ranch, basically a Termina's owned counterpart of Lon Ranch. So yeah, so wait a second, I see. Is that my horse? Oh my god, it's the horse! It's the horse! Yes! Yes, that's right, it's my horse! Epona, yes! Also, I love the scene here because, look at Link here. He looks so happy to see her, and it's so heartwarming seeing that, because, like, just seeing him, and, you see him smiling at her, he's just so happy. I really love the scene like that, and they actually removed it from in the 3DS version as well, which is another lame change, so... Anyway, hi there, oh, shit. Malin? Well, it's not really Malin, though. This is Romani, and as you can see here, something happened to her, and she looks so lobotomized as hell. What exactly could happen? Yeah, who are we? Who are you? Definitely. So yeah, like, something happened, and also this, stable over there has, no roof. Let's see what's going on. Oh, hey there, hot stuff. What you doing over there? Oh, I'm sorry. Right now, I'm thinking a little... My little sister... My sister, she... What shall we do? Our precious cows. If I thought it would come to this, then what Romani said, I should have... Oh, sorry about that, sweetie. Hopefully we'll do something about that one day, though, and, I don't know, I mean, maybe you and I probably just go do something together. I mean, you seem like you're kind of bored there. I mean, once we get everything solved, so... Anyway, this here is Cremia. She is Romani's older sister. She's basically, one thing, for instance, Romani is basically taking the same model from the younger Malin, while Cremia is basically based off the adult Malin. So they basically just made it two separate characters here, so, So apparently something happened to the cows, and Romani was trying to tell her something, and apparently Cremia didn't believe her, so, I mean, what could have happened? Well, we'll find out eventually, though, but for right now, this here is the Kuko Shack. Let's talk to this guy here. I heard it from my Gramps, says the moon's gonna fall. With something that big, it's sure to take this ranch down with it. Oh well. Oh jeez. Oh, those little chicks over there. My only regret is I won't get to see these guys in their prime as roosters. Oh, that sucks here. Well, I guess we gotta do something about it. You know, it's times like these, you know, they feel miserable, so we gotta do something. So, anyway, so let's bring out the Bremen Mask. And so, what the Bremen Mask does, after we get it from the, from Guru, forward march! So what I do is I press hold the B button, then Link will do this very cool marching band kind of thing with his ocarina. And what you gotta do is that you have to go over to the chicks, and then you have to have them follow you around. So I would say it's kind of a precursor to Pikmin, I would say, or what it seems like. Or maybe some kind of a techno of Pikmin. So you want to make sure to find as many of those chicks as possible. And so once you get all of them, then they'll grow up to their to the Cuckoos themselves. And well, somehow it's kind of like magical because they'll just instantaneously grow like that here, which otherwise wouldn't have been possible in real life. Also, somehow I actually managed to interact with the chick as well, because like if you get close enough to the presence, they hear that chime, that they'll come right over to you. And so I actually did get that other chick though, but it hasn't come yet though because it's stuck in that fencing that was over there. But it'll come to me eventually because yeah, see, there we go. Look at that, it just followed me all the way around because he just noticed me there. So I gotta say though, I really do like this kind of this marching sequence. You know, it's you know, this tune here is very catchy. And also you just see Link just doing this kind of marching right here. And you know, it's just funny, and also kind of it sounds kind of cute at the same time, as well. Like it's just playing some sort of a marching band. And honestly, though, like you know, the thing with Link's portrayal in this game, like you know, even though he's still the same as that kid from Ocarina of Time, you know, being a sequel to that game, like previously in Ocarina of Time, he was presented as rather stoic. Like, you know, I guess it probably because it was his first adventure, and so, like, he didn't quite know what to make of it. So, like, he's very much presented as stoic with not having much emotions. But I will say, though, like, Link's portrayal of Majora's Mask, like, he's a little more quirky, I would say. Like, not only is he more confident, but, like, you know, he's got his own share of quirks and all that here that kind of, I don't know, maybe makes him come off as a little more goofy, I would say. I don't know, but at the same time, it's just kind of adorable to see, so... Anyway, so yeah, then all the chicks have grown into roosters instantaneously somehow. Yeah, it's kind of magic here. I don't really get it, but just seeing these guys with the crest and all, I don't have regrets about anything anymore. I'm perfectly satisfied. Here, you can have this from me. And so with that, we have what is without a doubt the best mask of the game. Oh yeah, this is the bunny hood, and ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, like I just mentioned, this is without a doubt the best one they could ever get, and something that you know is highly recommended to have all throughout. And so. What the bunny hood does, once we wear it on here, and then we'll see in just a minute as we put this one on. Link, of course, will get a burst of speed! That's right, folks. Link is finally running faster here, because back in Ocarina of Time, like, there was the bunny hood, but it did absolutely nothing, though, because it was only there just to be part of the mask trading sequence, although it actually did ward off the Style Trailer, but that was just about it. Like, he only still has just normal running speed. But in this game, though, they actually upgraded the bunny hood to where now Link is able to run a lot faster. Like, he's given some better speed, and you know, it's such a damn good item, especially for a game like Majora's Mask, where you know we have this whole 3-day cycle, and so you want to hurry as fast as you can. The bunny hood here is your absolute best friend in this game, because you know you'll be able to run all over the place like real fast, and just be able to get things done so much quicker. And it's such a good item, like with Link being able to run faster all over the place. And I love the bunny hood. It's, you know, like I said, the best mask in the entire game. I will say it's so goddamn good. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if you're one of those speedy types, you want to make sure to get this done and over with. Then you know, definitely go over the bunny hood. And that's actually what I'll do for a good majority of this Let's Play, is just be using the bunny hood constantly. So with that out of the way, that should be all done over with the side quests here and there. Also, I guess, you know, one thing I actually do like how on day 3, because of, well, because I guess because of everyone's or the entire world's, or the entire Termina's impending demise, like, you know, there's that, this sickly green sky that's right there. And not only that, though, but, like, you'll see some parts where, you know, it's kind of like some shaded with red and all that. So it actually really does fit very well with some kind of a doomsday kind of thing that we'll see. Well, that's just inevitable. All right, so this is actually the other location where we get the treasure chest that will contain the silver rupees. So And it's actually it's actually so much easier to get across there with the money hood on. I think I've tried doing it without it though, but I was never able to make it. But I would say though that every time you start a new cycle, it's always best recommended to get the 2 silver rupees from the chest. Like there's the one over in the bomber's hideout, and then the other one that's up in the on East Clock Town, up in that one platform. The one I just got basically. Especially since if you want to go ahead and deposit those rupees in the bank, and that way they're like we already got the heart piece, or no, not the heart piece. That was the other prize. The adult's wallet from the bank teller himself. And so that was the first upgrade, but it's also the other item that we want to get. So we want to go ahead and continue to deposit even more rupees, so that way there we'll get the other heart piece that he has here. And I think it's about like I think 5,000 rupees that we need to deposit, if I remember correctly, or if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. So anyway, so it's all the side quests done and over with, and everything's done. And so we'll go ahead and restart the cycle. So next time on Let's Play Majora's Mask, we are going to begin the next cycle, and so we're going to go ahead and make some progress. So, like, that'll be all for the side quests for now. And then the next one, we'll go ahead and make some progress and over to the swamp area. So, I will see you guys next time.